All right. Beginning the recording in three, two, one. Welcome back to the Jank Factory, everybody. We are going to look at some more Throne of Eldraine spoilers today. Last time we left off at 318, now 269 spoiled, and the last card we saw was the Still Gaze Griffin. Let's refresh and see what we've got for us today. Oh wow, quite a bit more have been released today. So let's go back to where we were. There's a Still Gaze Griffin there. So starting with the first of the newest, we have Foreboding Fruit, 3 mana sorcery in black. Target player discards 2 cards and loses 2 life. If at least 3 black mana was spent to cast the spell, create a food token. This is a much better Mind Rot. So much better. I like it in limited. It may see some play in like a Davriel type deck in the future. We'll see. Locthwain Paladin, 4 mana, minus 3/2. If at least 3 mana is spent to cast it, it enters a battlefield with a 1/1 counter, making it a 4 mana 4/3 with menace, which is pretty good rate for a common. Deathless Knight, this is our Golgari hybrid. 4 mana, 4/2 haste. Whenever you gain life for the first time each turn, you can return the Deathless, or you must return the Deathless Knight from your graveyard to your hand. So that's pretty sweet. I'm seeing a skeleton K here, so it's probably a skeleton knight. Let's see if there's a picture of it here. That's a pretty cool picture. I like the streamer coming down off of the spear. The fact that the horse itself looks almost ghostly with that covering. That's quite nice. Whoa, and there we are. So tiny. 1 mana, blue enchantment, aura, flash, enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets -2/-0. It gets -6/-0 instead as long as its controller has 7 or more cards in their graveyard. So that's pretty awesome. That's a kind of scaling aggro control type card / mid-range card in limited. I like it in limited for sure. I'm not sure, maybe it'll fit into a good like blue-white enchantment type deck in the future. It does have flash, which gives it a little bit more chance, I think. Rosethorn Halberd. Amazing artwork on that. I really do like that a lot. It's a 1 mana green equipment. Enters battlefield, you may attach it to a non-human, and that creature gets +2/+1. To reattach, you're at an equip cost of 5, which is quite expensive. Locthwain Gargoyle. 1 mana, 0/3. For 4 mana, it gets +2 and gains flying until end of turn. Tempting Witch. Now we've seen this artwork, we just haven't seen the card yet. I love the Snow White theme that comes with this. So we have a 3 mana black human warlock 1/3. When it enters a battlefield, you create a food token, and you can pay 2 and sack a food token to have a target player lose 3 life. Murder clad in crimson beauty, an end to life and love and a duty. Barrow Witch incantation. I like the Barrow Witch incantation flavor texts. I find them to be the most flavorful of what I've seen so far. Festive Funeral. 5 mana instant, black. Target creature gets -X/-X until end of turn, where X is the number of cards in your graveyard. That seems like a decent removal spell in limited, especially since a lot of stuff's going to be going to the graveyard anyway. Return of the Wildspeaker. 5 mana, choose 1. Draw cards equal to the greatest power among non-human creatures you control. Non-human creatures you control get +3/+3 until end of turn. Oh my good, that's a much smaller Garruk? The flavor text says that curse is broken. How in the world? Does Oko do this? Does Oko heal Garruk from the curse? Look at that artwork. That look of elation on Garruk's face. Just pure happiness to be himself again. Wow. And the corruption's just pouring away off of him. So cool. Happily Ever After. 3 mana enchantment, white. When Happily Ever After enters the battlefield, each player gains 5 life and draws a card. Okay. At the beginning of your upkeep, if there are 5 colors among permanents you control, there are 6 or more card types among permanents you control, and /or cards in your graveyard, and your life total is greater than or equal to your starting life total, you win the game. So it has to be in a 5-color deck. You want to make sure there's card types of each kind in your graveyard, basically. It has to be a land, instant, sorcery, creature, artifact, enchantment at the very least. And then you can throw in Planeswalker as one if you're not running artifacts or something. That has to be either in play and or in the graveyard. So that's a little bit more reasonable. And if your life total is greater than or equal to your starting life total, you win the game. That's probably the hardest one to pull off there. Because I mean, if you just have one Niv Mizzet Reborn out, that covers the first clause there. And then you have all your different types. Life total would be the more difficult thing, I guess, unless you're running like Planewide Celebration or something where you can gain a bunch of life. My initial thought would have been Sanguine Sacrament, but that's being rotated out. So maybe if you just choose the, gain 4 life multiple times, and then make like a citizen token, a 2/2 citizen token that's all colors. That would be enough to get you there, even if you're not running Niv Mizzet Reborn or don't have enough other permanents out. That's a fun card to build around, though. I'm gonna definitely be experimenting with that once it's out on Arena. Resolute Rider, the Orzhov hybrid card. 4 mana, 4/2. For 2 hybrid mana, it gains lifelink till end of turn. For 3, it gains indestructible until end of turn. Definitely, like, white-black flavor. Lifelink and indestructible really seems to be kind of their thing, apart from Death Touch. Gingerbread Cabin? It's a forest. It taps for green because it's a forest. Enters the battlefield tapped unless you control 3 or more, and when enters the battlefield untapped, create a food token. I just love the Gingerbread Cabin. It ties in so well with the food theme because you have the Hansel and Gretel characters, you have the baked into a pie, you've got all kinds of cards that really cycle around the food aspect of fairy tales. I like it. Hushbringer sounds awesome. 2 mana fairy, flying lifelink, 1/2 white. Creatures entering the battlefield or dying don't cause abilities to trigger. Such a hate bear. So, stops any ETB or dying claws. No LTB at least. But this is terrifying to an extent for me because I love Frilled Mystic. And this definitely stops Frilled Mystic. Fae of Wishes. Ooh. Very dark artwork. a lot like the old Hobbit cartoon. Stormfist Crusader. Oh yeah, I believe we've seen that one. That's the full art for it. So, Rakdos colors, 2/2 menace. At the beginning of your upkeep, each player draws a card and loses a life. Fabled Passage, full art, is absolutely gorgeous. Thrill of Possibility. 2 mana instant. As an additional cost to cast a spell, discard a card, draw 2 cards. Okay, so an instant speed version of Tormenting Voice, right? Tormenting Voice is rotating out, Thrill of Possibility is rotating in. So that gives Reanimator decks a good 2 mana discard spell, so they don't have to focus on just Honor the God Pharaohs. Also helps out the Phoenix decks. Oh, Dwarven Mine. Is this the old school Dwarven Mine? No. Okay. The Mountain. ETBs, tap unless you control 3 other mountains. And enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 red dwarf if it's untapped. I like it. Do you guys remember the old Dwarven Mine? Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Okay, returning to the video in 3, 2, 1. I was wrong. It wasn't Dwarven Mine, it's Dwarven Hold. But this is what the land I was thinking of when I saw the name Dwarven Mine there. Last seen in 5th edition, it's the old storage land. ETB's tapped. As long as it remains tapped during your upkeep, you get a storage counter put on it. You can remove any number of storage counters and add that much red to your mana pool. It's a slower land. I was for a slower time in Magic overall. But something like this could be pretty interesting with Proliferate mechanic in Standard. But no, Dwarven Mine and Dwarven Hold are 2 very different cards. Post. Well, that is it for now, unless there's something else on the refresh. Nope, still on Dwarven Mine. Well, I hope you enjoyed the spoilers today, and I certainly did. I like Foreboding Fruit a lot as a replacement for Mind Draw. It's just strictly better. Fae of Wishes has amazing alternate artwork. Fabled Passage's extended artwork is gorgeous. Happily Ever After looks like a lot of fun to build around. Flavor-wise, this is what I'm most excited about. Garruk Wildspeaker returning after the Apex Predator and all kinds of Cursed Huntsmans and all that have kind of been taken over. I love it. And I don't know how this happens. It's like a fairy tale miracle, right? I think it's very, very interesting, though. It's similar to the old Primal Hunter's ability, where you draw cards equal to the greatest power among creatures you control, but it has to be a non-human, and then you can give all your non-human creatures +3/+3 as well. It's instant speed too, which I think is awesome. I'm very excited by that card. At any rate, this is Logrith from the Jank Factory, signing off. Thanks for stopping by, checking out these spoilers with me, and I'll have some more for you back again probably Monday, because I don't tend to do a whole lot of videos on the weekends, just because it's time to spend with the family and all that, and play D&D, because D&D is my second favorite game besides Magic. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you enjoyed the content. Happy magicking.